Okay, so here's a story real quick. I'm like 9 or 10 years old, and for my birthday I got a MPC model kit. It was a 1/16 scale replica of Richard Petty's 43 Dodge Charger. And the thing had a clear plastic body, and it was 1/16 scale. It's a monster. And I spent weeks building it, painting, meticulously detailing every part. And the thing was so huge that the only place I could really work on it was on the floor. I'd spread out newspapers so I didn't get any paint on Mom's hardwood floors, and I'd work on it there. And my brother, he was probably about 4 years old at the time. He comes in, just happy-go-lucky, and proceeds to step right in the middle of the body that I just finished painting. And he's always been sorry about that, and I know that. And anyway, he called me up a couple of months ago and tells me he's found another one. And on eBay, of course. And so me and him agreed to a price that in a max I'd be willing to pay for it. And lo and behold, here it is. MPC Richard Petty 1/16 scale number 43, and it's got a clear body. Ended up paying about $275 for this thing. I know that for a while there, before eBay existed, you could find them, but they were ungodly. They were $400 back in the late 90s, I think. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and open it and see what we got here. Hurry up. There we go. Okay. Alright, so, and I'm assuming this is an original. Got the typical tissue paper packing from that era. And there's the decals and the instructions. And it's got a piece of shipping tape on it. I think they've been opened, but the bag isn't destroyed. The instructions appear to be intact. They've still got the staples in them. Okay. And then here's a Ziploc bag with the wire mesh. There's the wire mesh I was asking my brother about. He couldn't tell me. But that is, in fact, stainless steel wire mesh that you use to build the grill for the car. And then we have 4 racing tires that still have the mold trees in them. And that's wonderful. And here is the body. The clear body. And the bag on that is, in fact, unopened. Now, we do have a crack in the middle of the roof here. My brother thinks that was a shipping issue. I'm prone to think it might be an age issue. And considering the fact that this thing is 30 years old, I'm not going to complain about that. But this model when I built it originally is just, it's amazing, the detail. Some of these bags, these Ziploc bags got me concerned. We did have Ziploc back then, but I don't think they gotten around to, well, no, I take that back. They did have some color to them. But it's still it's an amazingly detailed model. Let's see if some of the things I can remember. The cylinder heads, here, let's see that. Okay, that's where the body, let's put the body back before we screw that up. The cylinder heads on this thing have got valves in them. Here, we've got fin brake drums, chrome wheels. Here we got chrome shackles for the rear springs. Look like chrome shafts for the shocks. Let's see. And there's the front and rear bumper. And I'm not sure what them other pieces are yet. Alright, but here's all the plastic parts, and see if we can. And this bag appears to be unopened as well. But let's see if we can find some of them details I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. These right here are the rocker shafts, the rocker arms for the cylinder heads. Okay, and the cylinder block itself has got pistons in it. I do remember that. I haven't found it yet, but I'm sure it's probably in here somewhere. Get the floor pan out of the way here. Alright, there's the bell housing. I can see the bell housing in there. Okay, looks like a lot of this stuff has come off the trees. Not seeing the engine block yet. See the cold air box. Yeah. Ah, there's a cylinder head. Okay, let's see if we can. Okay. Here's a cylinder head. And I can barely see them, but come on, let's see what we can do about this. Yeah. Okay, there's a cylinder head. Let's see if we can. I'm trying not to open this bag, but as many parts are loose on the tree, I'm probably. I was debating whether or not I should build this thing, but with all the parts being broke off the tree, I don't think it's got the value that. Anyway, you can see the valves. I can see them. I don't know if you can, but that's the hemispherical combustion chamber for that Hemi cylinder head with the valves in there. And then those rocker arms will just glue in this area right here. So there's a lot of painting, I mean, here's your carburetor. Okay, the carburetor's got the barrels in it. And that looks like the float bowls for the carburetor. Yeah, the detail on this thing is just incredible. And I just take this time. Oh, and jack stands. It's got jack stands too. Anyway, take this time to publicly acknowledge my brother's effort and to thank him greatly, and let him know that I've, never really held it against him. You were just a boy, just a little boy back then. But I was debating whether or not to build this in that I was concerned about